CPA Strength here, back with another video. This one's going to be about, is accounting a good career? What do you think about accounting, and etc, etc. Let's just cut to the chase. Yes, I think accounting's a great career to have. When I got my job at a CPA firm, my boss CPA said, "Oh great, you're an accountant, you'll never be out of work." And I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I don't know. He goes, yeah, once I got my accounting degree, I've never been out of work. I mean, I've looked for jobs for a little bit, but, you know, so yeah, so I think you'll have a job. And in the future, if you know how to, here's what I think in the future, you don't really know, I mean, I think a lot of things are going towards the internet, and like, people don't want to see anybody, like, you know, you order on Amazon and stuff. So maybe you can't predict, like, you know, okay, like if you had a Blockbuster Video, that's out of business, right? But there's new businesses that are taking over now, like Amazon, that wasn't there before. So you don't really know possibly what businesses are going to be in our life 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years down the road. Although whatever businesses are there are going to need an accountant. So I believe you have job stability forever in the long range. Now too. And just think about, do you know any accountants personally that have an accounting degree from like a four-year university? Do they have jobs? Are they unemployed? Do they seem to have a nice lifestyle? That's just all I'm saying. I mean, you know, there's all kinds of different things you can do with an accounting license, and I wanted to get that off the bat in the beginning to what I just thought. Yeah, it's a good career. I'd say there's longevity in it because you always need one. There is a lot of things you can do with an accounting degree. All right, I think I just said the number one thing is, look at other people with an accounting degree and see how their lifestyle is, or, you know, are they employed? I think that's the most important thing. Like, is it a good degree to have? Well, I mean, yeah, it's fun knowledge. I mean, for me, it's fun knowledge to have, to know debits and credits, but I mean, like, if I was gonna say, you know, a lot of people are taking this in college right now, taking accounting in college and wondering, you know, is this a good major? Or they're signing up, or I don't, you know, I'm just giving my 2 cents but I am totally biased because I'm an accountant, I'm a CPA. So that, you know, if I didn't think it was an awesome career, well, I would be doing something else. So, I mean, I can just speak for myself, but I love it. Now that I've, you know, done for fast, because I always get, you can't explain your video in 2 minutes. Yeah, I know, but so I felt like I explained that. Let's see what's going on. Is accounting a good profession? Yes, it is. Oh, because basically we've had the same accounting system, like this double entry accounting system, debits and credits with assets, withdrawals, expenses, liabilities, equities, revenues, all these things that can be debits or credits, and journal entries and balance sheets, tax return, balance sheet, income statement. And that's basically, the whole world has used like basically the same thing for 500 years, the whole world. And I know this because I teach basic accounting for beginners to pretty much the whole world on YouTube, and it's changed my life, and it's amazing. But I'm not even getting into that. I'm just like, is it a good profession to have, to be an accountant, to say, hey, I'm an accountant, you know? Can you put food on the table? Yeah, man. Yeah, you can put food on the table. And people, okay, you're like, yeah, but how much can you make? That's what everyone always wants to know. How much do you make? How much can you make? I don't know why you want to limit yourself like that. Like, but I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. I used to be like that too. Oh, I want to make 100,000 a year, and I'll show everybody. Like, okay, buddy, like just do your thing. But you know what I mean? It's like, the thing with having an accounting degree, I don't really think there's a limit. You know, then you could be a CPA. You could have your own business. I don't think I think you're gonna be from. All right, I think my first job was 26,000 a year or something, but then like it got twisted and I got a raise. Then it was like $14 an hour for a little bit, and then $16 an hour for a little bit, and then it was $19 for a little bit. So it's like I just kept on getting raises at this place I was at, and it was awesome. And that was like my first job at a CPA firm. I kept on getting the raises, I believe, you know, because I was a good worker. But like the last one, because I got my CPA license, and then I think, but so that's like the $19 is like 40 grand a year. So that's not, you know. So I'd say, you know, you're gonna make 26 to. So I say I started at 26, but I was up to 40 within, you know, 2 years, and then if I didn't veer off and go to my own job, I mean, I guess I could have probably went to somewhere else and made 50, 60, 70, you know. I don't really think there's a limit on how much you can make, really, with this accounting thing. I mean, I don't know. I just don't even think like that. So for me to put a top end on it is not like even in my thing, because I'm like, I ain't trying to ever do that to myself anymore. I don't like to scare people off with it's hard. I guess I try to make it seem like it's easy, or like, I don't want to make it seem like it's easy. I just want to make it seem like if you practice and put your mind to something, you can do anything. And I think, I know it sounds cheesy, but it just seems like in this day and age, you can really will yourself to anything. Like, you're watching me right now. That means you're on the internet somehow. It means if you're watching me on the internet, you can do anything else on the internet. Another reason why I think that accounting is going to be a great field in the future, not only because whatever businesses survive, they're going to need an accountant. Every business needs an accountant. That's for businesses. And that's not even my favorite thing anymore. And I run payroll for companies too. Once I set everything up, I have a lot of software to do everything. But I know the debits and credits behind it where no one else knows it. So this is what I'm getting. This is another thing that I'm getting at, is that you start being an accountant. Like, well, anyways, I started having my own business, and who are my clients going to be? Who are my clients going to be? People with lots of money that are doing well for themselves, and they need someone to guide them with their taxes. Kind of be a money manager, money planner. You know, what should I do? They want to trust somebody, you know. And so who do I spend most of my days? Who do I spend most of my time with? Like rich people, like millionaires. Like, I'm not even really kidding. Like, people make $250,000 a year or $500,000 a year, and I'm like, yeah, what's up, dog? I mean, that's just how I roll, and it's awesome. So, you know how it's like, yo, when I used to be running them streets, you know, I used to be hanging out with other people that was running in them streets, and my life was getting nowhere fast. Nowhere. Now I got an accounting degree, I start, you know, so it's like, who's going to use my services is people with a lot of money, and That's what I think is successful. That's like my scorecard, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing like sports. I'm not trying to get it off the muscle anymore, you know, because that, you know, I'm trying to get off the brain. So off the brain, the scorecard for me is like how much money you have. So these people are very successful in my eyes. And that's who I'm running with now with my accounting degree. Why else do I think accounting is awesome? Oh, because I think a lot more people are getting off W-2s now. All right. So I think a lot more people are getting 1099. Like I get Google sends me money every month, you know, but they don't take taxes. I'm not like an employee. I'm an independent contractor for them. They send me a 1099. So I have to pay taxes on my income at the end of the year. What I'm getting at is I think it's like a gig base, and I think the world economy with the internet being what it is and everything, I think the traditional 9-to-5 job, like you get a W-2, you just clock in somewhere, clock out. I think that's getting, I think it's going to go lower and lower as the years progress, and the gig economy and people getting 1099s and paying their taxes at the end of the year is going to be heavily increasing in the next 10 to 20 years. And then when you're doing that, now you're paying self-employment tax and all this stuff, and so more and more people will need an accountant. How it is now, if you just get a W-2 and that's what you do, like you can just pretty much take a picture of your tax return and you don't really need an accountant for anything. Like, you know, so anyways, this is CPA Strength. I absolutely love doing this YouTube, and man, just try to be nice to everybody, be blessed, be positive. If you're struggling, this can be a really awesome life. I don't know, I wake up every morning and I'm just like, yesterday I had to do some like accounting work, some like during CPA stuff, and I couldn't just YouTube all day. And I mean, that is what it is, it's life. But anyways, till tomorrow, I love you guys, bye.